It all starts with the mindset. If you can see it and you can believe it and you can speak it, it will happen. All right, guys, welcome to another episode of The Report, Saturday edition. And we got a little sunshine outside, and we're officially at the halfway point of the year, just past the halfway point of the year. But a lot of things to celebrate, a lot of wins, a lot of losses, a lot of learning lessons along the way. But excited for this weekend. We got a little nice 4th of July weekend, some nice weather on the forecast here in Southern California, and a long weekend, Thursday through Sunday. A lot of stuff going on, so excited for it. And actually really excited for our Summer's Capital holiday party. Going to be dropping here December of this year. All of you guys and gals that listen to the podcast, you guys are all invited. It's a group thing, and we'd love to have a lot of you guys out here. We had a yacht meetup last week, and man, we had folks come out from Arizona. We had folks come out from Texas. We had folks come out from Seattle, and it was great to see. So love hearing from all of you guys and gals. You guys are in town, hit us up. We'd love to host you at one of our meetups and all that sort of thing. What's up, Alex Johnson? How we doing? Alex is just walking in the office right now. But that said, our holiday party this year is going to be freaking super epic. We're going to be giving away a 2024 Range Rover Sport. And to enter to win, you just got to be in one of our mastermind communities, the 7-Figure Creator, the Hotel Mastermind, or be in our investor community. So super stoked for those folks in our communities to have an opportunity to win the 2024 Range Rover Sport. We are also in talks with Ja Rule to come out and perform. And we're going to have all the performances, all the cool stuff. It's going to be awesome, and pumped for it. So stay tuned. We're going to be announcing the official date, location, all that sort of thing here in a couple weeks. If you guys want to learn more, you can go to summerscapital.com and actually email us at info@summerscapital.com to get on the email list. Anyways, let's jump into this episode. A lot to talk about here. I just wanted to rip on real quick just the importance of, reflecting on where you are and setting short-term goals and really getting clear on what the next step is, what the next level is for you in whatever your business is, whether you're in business or maybe you're not in business and you just have personal goals. I think it's very important to chunk the year. And that's kind of what I do. I like looking at the year in terms of seasons. I like to do short sprints, 6-week sprints, 2-month sprints, maybe no more than 3-month sprints, because it's a short feedback loop. It gives me a quick win, and it gives me a clear path to the next level. And those little quick hitters and those quick wins are great to celebrate. So, typically I'll sprint for a couple months, and then I'll take a couple weeks to enjoy it. I personally just went through a little sprint over the last couple months, maybe 2.5 months. I haven't been drinking, and I've been really dialed on the fitness. I've been in the gym every single day, focused. I've been working on the business a lot more. I've been working in here early, and everything's really been taken off for me over the last 2.5 months since I've been sprinting. And I recently just kind of got to a new level. And so I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. But, this entire year wasn't exactly like that. There was a lot of ups and downs. There was a lot of learning lessons throughout the year. So I think it's good at the halfway mark of the year to kind of look back and reflect, and ask yourself some questions. Are you where you wanted to be midway through the year? Ask yourself that question. What is the biggest takeaway or learning lesson that you've learned in the first half of the year? And then, get clear on what is that next level for you? What is that next level for you? And what kind of resources do you need in order to get to that next level? So for me, I think I'm not where I thought I would be going into the year. And I don't mean that in a good way or a bad way. I just mean that in that what I thought I wanted 6 months ago is different now. And this is why I'm not a big believer in long-term goals, because, when you're growing and progressing, the growth is happening quickly. And so, for example, someone's like, oh, what's your 3-year goal? I'm like, well, what I think I want 3 years from now is going to be different when I get there. And if it's not different, that means that we're not growing. And so, looking back at the year, I'm like, dude, there was a lot of ups and downs. We had closed out 2023 on a strong note. We had just closed on a 40-unit boutique hotel up in in Washington, in Lake Chelan. And that was a big win. And we closed on that deal. We went into the holidays with some momentum and feeling good, and then came back from holidays and got smacked. Our hotel got flooded out that we had just done a remodel on down here in San Diego. Insurance didn't cover anything. We didn't get a dime for that. We had to shut the hotel down. It was almost a $500,000 thing. And, you know what? We still haven't recouped any money from the insurance. We still haven't received any money from our government or disaster relief program that the government put out there. And, I recently told the team, I said, look, guys, we fucking hustled, we grinded, we fucking figured it out. And, even if we don't recoup anything, like our investors never missed a distribution, we're fine. Like we are in a good place, even if we don't recoup another dime because we fucking forced ourselves to get in there and figure it out. But in all reality, like anything that we recoup from the insurance or this disaster relief funding, like that'll be a win, And so you got to look at the bright side. It's all perspective. But that was a lot. And then right after the hotel got flooded out, I lost a couple key team members. I had promoted one of the members on my team, and some of the other team members were rubbed the wrong way, and so I lost one of them. And then the person that I had promoted stepped down right when I needed this team member the most. We were going through a lot, and so I was definitely forced to get really clear with myself. I was forced to look myself in the mirror and take full responsibility. At the end of the day, all these things, win or lose, especially the losses and the learning lessons, like that's on me. It's no one else's responsibility but myself. It's on my shoulders. And it was a gut check and it was humbling, but it forced me to get better. It forced me to reinvent myself again. It forced me to dig deep and get clear and be like, okay, it's time to fucking grind. It's time to get to that next level. And I needed that. I needed to get smacked because I was starting to get a little complacent. And what I realized is that every single level, I get complacent and I get smacked and I get humbled. And so I fucking needed it at that time. It was the lesson I needed. And you know what? I grinded, I hustled, and I got really clear. I mean, I stopped drinking. I did a lot of things. And now I'm ending this first half of the year on a good note. Things are moving right now. We're grinding. The business has been taken off. We're making money. We're doing all sorts of cool things. We're growing the mastermind communities. We're renovating properties. We closed on another deal up in Bodega Bay, Sonoma Coast, 44 units. We're in the middle of that renovation. So things are moving and things are looking bright. And the team is in a better spot now. The vibes are better. It's brought our team closer together. We got a much bigger team now. We're hiring. We're expanding. And I am a better version of myself. And I look back to 6 months ago. I'm like, dude, I don't even fucking recognize that version of myself anymore. And that was only 6 months ago. And that's because of all the growth. And that's because I forced myself to be in situations to where the hard way is the only way. I talk about it all the time. I'm like, put yourself in situations where the hard way is the only way. And, when your back's up against the wall, and you don't have a freaking plan B, you don't have a backup plan, like that's where the growth happens. And you will do things that you never thought were possible. And, I'm excited for it. So I'm excited. And I'm excited to kind of see where we go throughout this next, 6 months. So asking myself this third question, well, actually, let's back up. What is the biggest takeaway the first half of the year? That's my second question. So I think my biggest takeaway is this. Things are never as good as they seem, and things are never as bad as they seem. I think that's my biggest takeaway. And also, no matter how bad things get, just know that you will always figure it out. Like, when have you not figured it out in life? When have you, what's up, Megan? Megan's walking in right now. What's up? When have you never figured things out when your back's up against the wall? Because in all reality, like, my back was against the wall multiple times this year. And guess what? We fucking figured it out. The team fucking rallied. I got clear. I sacrificed certain things. And I went through a season where I sacrificed certain things. And that's just what it takes. You do what it takes. And like, ask yourself that question. Like, when in life have you not figured it out? Like, think about that. Have you ever been in a position to where you didn't figure it out? Like, usually if you fail or you have to pivot, it's because you gave up. But it's not because you kept persisting and you kept pushing and you couldn't figure it out. It's because you gave up. And so as long as you don't give up and you keep pushing, you keep grinding, you're going to figure it out. There's a stat out there that's like, businesses don't fail because they run out of money. Businesses fail because the entrepreneur gives up. And so as long as you don't give up, you push through, you're going to figure it out. So that's my biggest takeaway the first half of the year. And then jumping into the third question that you guys should all be asking yourselves is, what is the next level like for you? And what do you need in order to get there? So for me, right now we're going to take a slight break from buying at the Summers Capital level. We just bought 2 deals in the last 6 months. We're going to stabilize what's in front of us. We have 1 deal that's under renovation. We're doing a partial reno on another deal. And we're gearing up for hotels to refi sometime next year. So I'm trying to maximize NOI. I'm trying to really pour a lot of time into the property management side of the business and drive reviews, maximize revenue growth and maximize efficiency so we can, have these deals prime ready to rock and roll for a nice refi. And I like to clear the plate before I move on to the next thing. So really just kind of tying up some loose ends within the business. And then Q4, we're going to look to gear up and take down another deal. I don't know what that next deal looks like. Tariq El Moussa, HGTV, he's been on the podcast. He reached out to me recently. He wants to do a boutique hotel deal. He's like, hey, dude, let's partner on a deal. I'll freaking bring some TV exposure. So maybe I talk with him. Brian Malarkey, Top Chef. He's all over the Food Network. He's got a couple big name restaurants down here in San Diego. He wants to do a freaking hotel deal. He's like, hey, I'll bring the freaking restaurant portion and you do the hotel. So I don't know. Maybe I talked with these guys and then, dude, I was just in Catalina this weekend on the new boat and, I'm like, fuck, there's a lot of really cool boutique hotels here. There's a cool market. So maybe we get a hotel out there. I don't know what the next one looks like, but I'm going to look at it when the time comes. But for now, we're going to clear the plate and clear what's in front of us. I think that's an important thing before we move on to the next thing in our lives is to clear the plate and finish what's in front of us so we don't jeopardize the efficiency or the output of the things that are currently in front of us. So I think the takeaway for all you guys and gals is get clear on everything that needs to be done, set short sprints because it's a short feedback loop. It's a lot of quick hitters, a lot of quick wins that gives you momentum. And that's how I like to do it. And then enjoy it. Once you hit that next level, take a week, take 2 weeks, enjoy it, reflect, see what you did right, see what you did wrong, and get clear on what the next level is for you. And then figure out what resources you need in order to get there. And then start ripping again. And then enjoy it and start ripping again. And that's how I like to do it. That's how I like to grow. Hold yourself accountable. So, all these little action steps that are required in order to reach these next levels. Maybe you're going to start putting out content and you're like, hey, freaking, I want to start putting out content, but I'm having trouble staying consistent. Okay, well, create some KPIs, create a scorecard for yourself. Maybe share it with your team. If you got a business, hold yourself accountable or whatever it takes. Maybe everyone's motivated by different things. So, for me, I always prioritize my health. I always prioritize the content. So those are typically the first 2 things I do in the morning when I wake up. I go to the gym. And, I think if you do the most important task of the day first, then if you don't get to it later in the day, it's like, who cares? You already did the most important thing. So figure out what works for you and implement that within your specific goals so you can hit that next level. And it all starts with the mindset. It all starts with the mindset. If you can see it and you can believe it and you can speak it, it will happen. I'm a walking testament of that. I truly believe that anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful and safe 4th of July weekend. Signing off, I'm Rich Summers. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.